Aria had always loved exploring her house. It was old, with creaky floors, tiny corners, and an attic full of forgotten things. One rainy afternoon, while searching through dusty boxes, she noticed something strange, a small wooden door hidden behind old trunks. It was just big enough for her to crawl through. The handle was cold and smooth. She tried to turn it, but it would not budge. "Maybe it's broken," she muttered. That evening, curiosity won. She went back to the attic with a flashlight. The door seemed to glow faintly in the dim light. Her hand trembled as she turned the handle. Slowly, the door creaked open and a soft, warm light spilled out. Aria peeked inside. Instead of a room, she saw a path lined with glowing flowers, floating lanterns, and trees with golden leaves. A gentle voice whispered, "Welcome." She gasped. The air smelled like honey and rain. She stepped through the door, and immediately, the attic disappeared behind her. She was in a world straight out of a storybook. Birds with sparkling feathers flew overhead. A fox wearing a tiny scarf watched her curiously from the side of the path. "This is amazing," Aria whispered. She ran down the path, laughing, touching flowers that shimmered under her fingers. She met talking animals, a rabbit who loved riddles, a turtle who told tales of brave adventurers, and a wise old owl who warned her to stay careful. For days, she explored this magical world. She walked through forests that glowed under the moon, sailed on rivers of silver water, and even helped a tiny kingdom of fairies solve a problem with a mischievous goblin. Everything was fun, exciting, and full of wonder. But one evening, something changed. She was following a trail of fireflies when the forest grew dark. The trees twisted strangely, their branches reaching like fingers. The fox that had guided her before vanished. The air grew thick, heavy, and cold. A mist rose from the ground, curling around her ankles. "Hello," she called. Her voice echoed strangely. There was no answer, only soft whispers drifting through the fog. "Stay, stay, forever." A shadow moved behind the trees. Something with glowing eyes, too tall and thin to be an animal, slept silently between the trunks. Aria froze. Her heart pounded in her chest. She took a careful step back. The path behind her had vanished. The fireflies that had guided her were gone, and in their place floated pale, flickering lights that danced just out of reach. Every step she took seemed to echo too loudly. The forest was alive with whispers, and the shadows shifted whenever she turned her head. She remembered the owl's warning. "Trust what is real. Trust your courage." Aria took a deep breath and tried to stay calm. She focused on one thing, the memory of her attic at home. Her cat waiting, her mother calling her for tea. Slowly, the fog began to thin. Through the haze, she saw a faint glow, a small door, just like the one she had entered. She ran toward it, but the ground under her seemed to stretch, like it wanted to trap her. Branches grabbed at her sleeves, and shadows reached for her feet. She stumbled, nearly falling, but kept going. Finally, she reached the handle. She pushed and tumbled through the door, landing hard on the wooden floor of her attic. Her heart raced. The attic smelled of dust and old wood. The door was just a small, plain wooden door again. "It's over," she whispered, but a shiver ran down her spine. She glanced at the door again, and her stomach tightened. A tiny golden leaf floated from the crack under it, landing at her feet. A soft, almost playful voice whispered, "Come back soon." Aria hugged herself and smiled nervously. She knew the magic was not gone. The door would always be there, waiting for her next adventure. But for now, she was safe and full of stories she would never forget.
So kids, do you like this story? I have many more cute stories like this. If you want to hear more, be sure to subscribe to my channel and like the video. You can leave a comment if you like. Have a cute day.